Okay, so let's discuss the 2-hour wonder that is SmackDown. Not including Talking Smack, which if you have the network, you should watch it. It actually adds a really nice, like 20-minute talking segment to the end, and it makes nice talking points for the next week. I say that because we begin with Miz eviscerating or immiserating Daniel Bryan last week of Talking Smack. It's good. It's a solid. My wife was just like, is this for real? That she said this stuff to each other? They probably had talking points, but still solid. So Miz comes storming down the ring. He's actually walking before his music hits, which is nice. He's in the ring. Continues to talk about how he's amazing, how he deserves to be respected for what he does. Ziggler comes down. All right. Ziggler, still a babyface fire in him. Like, you know what? We got proven I'm a coward. Fight me right here, right now. No ref, no title on the line. I was like, Miz kind of gets ready, kind of backs off. Kind of gets ready, kind of backs off. Starts in the ring, but Maurice is like, no. Nope. He hasn't earned it. Leaves. Nice opening segment. Good heel heat. Looking forward to those two having a match by Backlash. It was good. It was simple. It was effective. In the back, AJ Styles is walking around. They're like, hey, AJ Styles, face that runs the place. Runs into some Apollo guy, Creed or Cruz or Moon Landing. And they have a match. So two highly athletic guys putting on a nice contest with David Otunga butchering the affair. Being like, because you know, Apollo Crews, he watched AJ Styles growing up and he was Van Johnson. That's why his muscles are so thick. Who wrote that? Is that off the top of his head? That was no bad, but nice athletic match. Came off well with AJ Styles getting the victory. That's good. It makes sense. Take a guy who is on the rise, have him take on a younger guy, gives him some exposure, make him look good, and have the established guy win the match. But they're just like a chump, which is good. That's how you build two guys in one match. They continue the tag team tournament with the Hype Bros taking on the Vaudevillains. Poor Vaudevillains. They at least had something kind of going on when they were on NXT. Wasn't great, but it was something. Now they're getting killed by the Hype Bros. Renee Young interviewed Heath Slater at his compound, single wide, with Rhino and Heath's wife. And they had hors d'oeuvres. It was spray cheese and crackers. Rhino has no dialogue. He's making like smiley faces, like brownie faces, using spray cheese on saltine crackers. And it was like Vienna sausages. And Renee Young's like, this is what we're doing for you, Heath. We're doing this. This is your gimmick. And Heath he's almost too good for the company. They're like, okay, here's what we're going to give you. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to kill it. I am going to kill it. And then you'll let me go, and I'll be that guy who'll be on TNA. Who'll be like, the East sucked. That's right. Seth Hater. Just, he's taking the random crap they give, and he's making it work relatively well. That's impressive, man. That's impressive. So he and Rhino take on the Headbangers. No heat Headbangers. One of them mildly busts open Rhino. Knowing that Rhino's going to do the gore for the finish, I probably wouldn't have hit Rhino. The Headbangers mess up a couple of moves. Like they used to have a really nice powerbomb leg drop, but it was powerbomb leg drop. Yeah. Out of all the tag teams to bring in for this like one throwaway bit, that's the team you found? Headbangers? You couldn't have found like Angelo Dawkins and somebody else from NXT? You can just brought like two random jobbers from NXT. It could have been like, Angelo Dawkins and Tucker Knight. And they could have lost and would have been more effective. But, so that means the Hype Bros are taking on Slater and Rhino, while the Usos are taking on American Alpha. Nice. Good, I like it. It's a simple storyline, and they're moving it well, nicely. Bray Wyatt got a nice long sermon about Randy Orton. I was not scared of Randy Orton. Orton came down, they went back and forth on the mic. There's a lot of tattoos. Two guys who deliver very slow, impactful promos. I'm looking forward to their match at Backlash. That should be good. I think those two guys will bring out a different side of a slow, methodical, beatdown match. That should be really good. They continued the one women storyline. Because Nikki, who is now permaface, because she came back from an injury, and coming back from injury makes you face, unless you're Seth Rollins, at which point they needed a heel to make Roman look strong. So we get a tag match. Bliss and Natalya taking on Naomi and Becky. Alright. It's weird now that everyone with light hair color is a heel. We can't count Ava because we don't know. She's just trolling the audience. She's a smart troll right now. Nice back and forth. And of course, Carmella, out of nowhere, attacks Nikki. Which distracts Becky, because everything distracts Becky because she's the naive babyface. Roll up, handful of jock. 1, 2, 3. But it continues. The 6 women clearly defines who's heel, who's face, go on the 6-pack challenge. For what it was, it worked. It got the job done. So what's your main event? Baron Corbin, Dean Ambrose. The first 4 letters of the alphabet in the match. Dean made Baron look impressive. He's a big guy who talks trash the whole time in the ring. Oh, it's so good. That means you have Kevin Owens, Dana Brooke, and Baron Corbin, the only ones who talk a lot of trash in the ring. Charlotte's talking a lot of trash in the ring now, too. That should be the heel thing. Everybody who's going to wrestle heel. Here's Kevin Owens. What's up? Any words of advice? Run your mouth. I heard from Steve Austin. Run your mouth. Be in the ring. Run your mouth the whole time on your opponent. Keep the crowd engaged in the match by constantly drawing attention to what is going on in that ring. That's good. Talk trash to the guy that you're wrestling. Like, hey, you too, Tubby. Do it. It keeps the crowd engaged a lot more than actually just 2 guys doing an awesome match. Because it actively draws the crowd in from an auditory standpoint. It's like, wait, what did he say? Talking about me? And it brings more of the energy directly towards the crowd, from the crowd into the ring. Solid stuff. So they actually build it up nicely. The nice thing about it being 2 hours is it does not wear down. And Talking Smack actually fills in small gaps here and there. It's simple, it's effective, works.